I'd like to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and hope you had a great holiday. Speaking of Christmas and gifts, I've got some great news to share. Republicans in the state of Pennsylvania, even though the election is over, continue to make impressive strides in terraforming the state in their favor. If you look at voter registration data and compare it to the 2024 election results, there's a notable shift compared to 2020. Pretty much everywhere we've seen the dam break in places like Arizona. Of course, Florida and North Carolina have also seen a similar shift. The change in raw voter registration between 2020 and now has been a major indicator of how a state is likely to move politically. Pennsylvania, for instance, there has been a shift to the right of approximately 400,000 party registrations. In the election results, we saw over 200,000 votes swing to the right. It's not a one-to-one correlation, as many ancestral Democrat voters have switched their party registration. This technically counts as a net gain of 2 voters for Republicans, but it doesn't always show up directly on the election shift map. There are still voters registered as Democrats who consistently vote Republican, which can skew the numbers. Even though the election was over a month ago, Republicans have gained 64,000 net votes in just 1 month. This is a combination of people switching their party registration and inactive voters being purged. Either way, it's significant. Essentially, Republicans have closed 25% of the gap they need to overcome in the next 4 years in just 1 month. This positions Pennsylvania as a much tougher state for Democrats to win moving forward. We're going to dive deeper into why this is so important, because Pennsylvania remains a critical swing state for either side to win. But first, I have to tell you about our latest sponsor, Birch Gold. Listen up. Are you tired of watching the government gamble with your hard-earned retirement savings? Inflation is out of control. The national debt keeps climbing, and foreign powers and illegal immigration are weakening the U.S. dollar, pushing the cost of everyday goods even higher. Here's the kicker. During Trump's first term, gold prices skyrocketed. They doubled in value. That's right, gold doubled. What if it happens again? Are your retirement savings ready to handle what's coming? This is why you need Birch Gold. They're America's highest-rated precious metals IRA by Retirement Living, and they give you more metal for your money. Imagine converting your IRA or 401k into gold and silver. Real physical wealth you can count on no matter what. Don't wait until it's too late. Take control of your future today. Use the link in the description today and reach out to Birch Gold today. Protect your wealth and stand strong as a proud conservative American. Now let's get back to Pennsylvania. This news is massive. 64,000 net registrations in 1 month is a huge development in one of the closest swing states in the entire country. While Pennsylvania wasn't extremely close in this election, we did see Trump win the state by nearly 2 percentage points, or around 120,000 votes. That's a significant margin. When you add the net registrations on top of this, even though it's not a one-to-one correlation, we're still talking about tens of thousands of votes likely netted in the Republican column. And this is great news for Republicans. Additionally, Republicans flipped a county in voter registration, Center County, which had gone for Kamala Harris by just over 2,000 votes. On Election Day, Republicans faced a disadvantage of about 1,000 registered voters in that county. However, as of a couple of days ago, Republicans now hold a 75-vote lead in registrations. Center County, which leans slightly to the left, has essentially flipped Republican in terms of party registration. This shift in Center County is a significant development. Pennsylvania is a state where Republicans have room to grow, especially considering the transformation that occurred during the Trump era. Trump turned Pennsylvania from a state where Republicans historically struggled. George W. Bush, for example, failed to win it even during his victories in the 2000s, into a battleground. The last time Pennsylvania voted for a Republican before Trump was in 1988. Could Pennsylvania transform into a reliable red state, or at least a red-leaning swing state in the future? It's entirely possible, thanks to the realignment driven by Trump's presidency. In Bucks County, Republicans flipped a county for the first time in decades. Bellwether counties in the northern part of the state also went Republican. Erie County, for example, voted Republican, which is notable. Even the Philadelphia metro area has moved to the right, along with northeastern Pennsylvania. Many working-class white voters, ethnic white Catholics, Polish voters, Italians, and others are shifting Republican. And this trend extends beyond Pennsylvania into parts of upstate New York, the New York City area, and New Jersey. Republicans are clearly capitalizing on these demographic shifts. Pennsylvania was a crucial state for Trump in 2024, and he won it decisively. Not only that, but Republicans also performed well down ballot. They toppled Bob Casey, who many thought was unbeatable, and Dave McCormick emerged victorious in a Senate race many believed he had little chance of winning. Despite attempts to manipulate ballots in places like Bucks County, McCormick still won by over 15,000 votes. Republicans also gained 2 House seats, flipping the 7th and 8th districts while holding the 10th district by 5,000 votes. The state Senate went Republican, and while the state House remains close, Republicans flipped several statewide offices. They won the Attorney General's race by 5 points, the Auditor's race by 5 points, and the Treasurer's race by 6 points. Every statewide office except for the governorship, which wasn't up for election in a presidential year, went Republican. Pennsylvania is becoming more of a red-leaning state. This doesn't mean it's unwinnable for Democrats, but the party's registration edge, once over 1 million in the 2000s, has shrunk significantly. Ancestral Democrats are fading away, and Republicans are closing in on taking the lead in voter registrations. If this trend continues even at a slower pace, Republicans could overtake Democrats in voter registration by 2026. This would make it considerably harder for Democrats to win elections in Pennsylvania. Why is this important? For Republicans, Pennsylvania remains ground zero for victory. By 2028, if the state leans red, it could become the key to a Republican victory. J.D. Vance, who is likely to be the 2028 Republican nominee, wouldn't even need states like Georgia, Michigan, or Wisconsin if he wins Pennsylvania. Party registration data reveals everything. States like Florida, North Carolina, Arizona, and Nevada are shifting Republican, while states like Minnesota and Virginia remain uphill battles for Republicans. However, with Pennsylvania moving right, the path to victory becomes much clearer for the GOP. This is a great Christmas development for Republicans in Pennsylvania. The state is shifting in their favor, and voter registration trends point to even more gains in the future. So with that, make sure to like this video, comment below, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell for notifications so you never miss another update. Follow me on social media. All the links are in the description below. Thanks for watching. And if you want to support the channel even more, you can buy us a copy at buymeacoffee.com/twledger. Always your support help for the channel goes right back into the channel, helps us grow, helps us be able to hire more hosts, be able to pay them, and hopefully one day take this show on the road. As always, your support helps make all this possible. And with that, thank you so much for watching and listening. We'll see you next time.